And the first deep conditioner I used was Queen Helena's cholesterol. And then that's when I found the olive oil, organics olive oil deep conditioner. Oh my god, I miss that stuff so much. But after a couple months they changed formulas on me, and then the main ingredient, well, one of the main ingredients became mineral oil. And even though that's usually a red flag, I tried it anyway, but it just wasn't the same. Good stuff. Worked wonders. There was really no sense of moisture. Oh, that is just... okay, let me stop playing with it. Hope I don't have any... here's another one. That is one big tangle right there. Yeah, I knew one would come out quite easily since I haven't detangled or touched my hair in a few days. Okay, and do a strand test, and I mean, it's tight. And I think that's due to the thickness of this particular hair strand, but I should have more elasticity than this. Now, the most important is how, when, and when not to manipulate your hair. Once you get that down, your life becomes exponentially less frustrating. I mean, and then you don't feel, you know, like doing your hair is just such a downer, you know. I found early on that using a tool just wasn't doing my hair justice. Not only was I getting a lot of unnecessary breakage, but the look of my hair was not desired. I mean, look at this. It's pretty obvious. I mean, I got this, you know, these little guys poking up all over the place over here. And I mean, this side feels okay. It feels the same, but I mean, it definitely has, you know, lost its definition. Now, up until now, the video I've usually referred you to is my finger combing video. And in finding clips for this video, what I realized is that that video, though informative, is really about doing the conditioner only method, which is using conditioner as your leave-in. And what's critical is what it's not showing, and that is showing you the manipulation process of how to detangle and get the shed hair out of your hair. It's only showing you, you know, the very last day before the next day I was going to wash my hair anyway. So I was kind of laxed in that regard and just kind of showed you, you know, the basics of getting the hair wet and then putting on the conditioner, wrapping, and going.
1993, much more bounce. Ice Cube coming with the half ounce, not just me, deep Jeep full of small. Atomic dog, like a behind, heard through the grapevine. How much longer will you be mine?
So now I'm going to streamline it and really show you the steps of how to manipulate your hair through each step. In the shampoo stage, you don't want to try to attempt to deal with any knots, tangles, or releasing shed hair at this stage, because number one, you only want to do that when your hair is slippery and in that conditioned state. While you're trying to cleanse it, you want to be a little more careful, because it's really easy to get your hair kind of mangled if you don't touch it in the right way. First step is to get your hair completely soaking wet, and if you have thick hair like me, you have to scrunch that water in and do it. Go around your head several times to ensure it's as wet as it can possibly get. And all I did is allow the water to kind of rain down and just squeeze it in. All over, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Only squeeze. The second step, now what I found, is to do vertical parts from the crown of your head down. So now just take each section and rub it through like this, straight out. No real massaging, just making sure each strand gets a good wash. The vertical parting, your hair, I found your hair tends to part in those areas much easier. It doesn't feel like you're really going against the grain. Because you didn't over manipulate in the shampoo step, those sections are still there. So then you can go through each section and apply conditioner from root to tip. The most crucial part. This is the finger combing / finger pulling detangling step. Biggest thing, especially when it gets to this length, is to make sure you're getting rid of your shed hair. So that's where the finger pulling comes in at the end. You want to pull. You don't want to, you don't want to be so timid and afraid to lose. Look, if you see that hair hanging, we really want to pull it away from the ends of the hair. And if it gets stuck, I mean, when your hair is wet, it's pretty forgiving. So go ahead and be aggressive and get that shed hair out and make sure you get all over your head. This is your detangling session, but using your fingers. Go through your hair all the way through, root to tip. Be aggressive about it and get that shed hair out. And then, of course, once you've done that, you want to go back and smooth your hair back again.
I'm proud of what I am. Poems I speak are plucked too tight. Please, oh please, let plug 2 be himself, not what you read, alright? Right is wrong when hype is written on the soul, they lie, that is. Style is surely our own thing, not the false disguise of show.
What this does is bring the clumps of coils back together so that your hair won't be overly disturbed and your curl pattern will become more apparent. So once you've rinsed the conditioner out, then it's the leave-in step, and you have several choices. Now, all of these can actually be applied while you're still in the shower. And I kind of recommend it because, you know, your hair is still very malleable at that point. It's still very forgiving as far as manipulation and not destroying your curl pattern. And also, if you tend to wear your hair in a puff, go ahead and put it in a puff while you're in the shower, while your hair is still soaking wet. That's kind of what I've done here. I mean, now I kind of do my hair in two sections because, you know, it's so much longer these days. But, and then, you know, you get it in the puff, you wrap your hair in a towel, and then all you have to do is wait a few minutes and then take your towel off. But here's another critical thing. Once you've chosen your leave-in, what you're going to use for your leave-in, stick with it. But if you decide you want to do something different a couple days later, you must clarify your hair first. Don't jump from one conditioner to the other, or leave-in, I should say, without washing your hair first. Well, especially if you're using a gel. But the thing with the gel is you're not going to be conditioning your hair every day. All you're going to need is a little bit of water to kind of reactivate the gel and use that. With other leave-ins, you can go, you should co-wash, aka condition your hair on a daily basis. But again, with gel, you don't want to do that. You just want to use water as your daily. And seriously, that's it. Once you take the towel off, you just let your hair air dry a bit. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. I mean, your hair could be bone dry, and this stuff will soak it up, and it works almost like lotion would on your skin. Got my curl keeper. Again, just take it a plop at a time. Rub thoroughly till it's gone. And this step is similar to if you had your hair in curlers and you're up under the dryer. You wouldn't take the curlers out when your hair was still damp, because what is that going to do? You're not going to have a curl, right? It's the same thing. So give your hair a chance to set, especially until like maybe till half of it, because your roots may still be a bit damp, and that's okay. But give the hair that you're going to see that's going to give you that presence a chance to set before you accessorize it or put it in some sort of style. Same motion from, yes, my Africa's Best. I thought if I mixed it with oil, maybe the balance, you know, maybe it would balance it out, but I'd still get the holding properties. So, hand mixer, but it's like a consistency of thick yogurt, maybe. See, it's, but I gotta tell you, I got a surprise. I actually got a lot of slippery slip. It's my first, I'm gonna say it's a successful twist out. I actually got all the little waves all over the place.